gets it back. Vaughn looking, 10 seconds. In front, score! The Yale Bulldogs have won the Ivy League tournament for the first time! NCAA tournament game in program history, and Yale moves on to the second round of the NCAA tournament. And this magical season in New Haven is headed to Central New York. Yale beats Hopkins and goes to the national quarterfinal.
2024 was a culmination of 49 years of hard work by these student athletes, coaches, and the administration who supported our program.
What a great cause for celebration as we start 50 years ago from the pioneering women of Yale who successfully petitioned for varsity status. And to see where the program is now at the national caliber it really is an incredible history.
When I think of Yale Lacrosse, I think about a rich tradition of remarkable and extraordinary women.
Fundamentally, the values of the program have remained consistent. And again, it is just so hard to do over a long period of time and with such evolution in a program to really stay true to those values. I mean, I think to me, that's the legacy.
Yep.
Starting with the group in 1975, the club program that advocated for the future teams to go varsity. These women went to the administration, put a team together, and put the Yale varsity lacrosse team together for the 1976 season. And the 1976 season was the only undefeated team in Yale lacrosse history. And really set the foundation for future teams.
It's just an amazing group of young women who come together from vast backgrounds and different experiences, but they all bring something that's really special.
38 girls that will always have my back, like that I see as genuine best friends that I can talk to about anything, I can go to with anything, and like that I know I'm going to be in contact with for the rest of my life.
It's integrity in everything that they do, we tried to do, as players, as student athletes, as citizens of Yale.
You know, we have 50 years of progression and women who have put this team and this program on the map. They are truly making an impact on the world, all from their experiences as Yale women's lacrosse athletes.
The first thing that comes to mind when I think of Yale Lacrosse are the people.
It's all about the people for me.
Solely the people.
28 years after I've worn a Yale uniform, I still am such close friends with my Yale teammates, with my Yale friends. It's all about being in the dining hall, being with other people, and learning from my classmates, my teammates, my coaches.
It was just an incredible 4 years.
When I came on my official visit, it stood apart because of the people that I met. Like, I think we worked really hard. We also had a lot of fun.
They know how to laugh. They know they're really funny.
Just full of personality.
I just remember it as being really fun. It never felt like really hard work. It just felt like going out there and sort of doing what we were prepped to do.
Very, very accepting of one another and our differences and our eccentricities. So it made it a home.
The more time that passes, the more in awe I am of the people we got to play with and everything they've done since.
Anytime I'm in a room of Yale women's lacrosse players, I feel like, wow, like every woman here has a really clearly defined sense of self.
Yale Lacrosse has the strongest sense of community that I've ever been a part of, and is such a tight-knit group. Everyone loves each other so much, loves the game so much, and just really cares about each other.
These women are remarkable not only on the field, but in the classroom as well. And how they balance it all is beyond me, but they show up in everywhere they are, in the classroom, on the field, in the community, and I'm just really proud to have the honor to coach these women for the last 10 years.
We have a really, really strong alumni base and alumni foundation that I think just shows in the way that, through our sense of community, and we're really lucky to have that.
I was really close with the coaching staff when I was a player, with our athletic trainers, and with my teammates. And my teammates had just grown so much as people and players.
When I entered Yale in the fall of 1973, Title IX had just passed the year before. When we became a varsity, it really was a recognition of all the effort and time we put in to be competitive. And going undefeated that first varsity year, I think, was a testament to that. And that was very exciting.
I think there's been so much growth over 50 years. We're sitting here in the Lacrosse building, and we can actually look out into Cox Cage, which was actually where we did our winter practices. Before there was a banked track in there, and sometimes our practice session was from 10 o'clock p.m. to midnight. Every generation keeps working hard to create more, I think, for the next generation. And I do believe that our accomplishments made way for what we are sitting in now and what this team has accomplished. And so I think while the values have stayed the same, each team has earned their place in a moment in time and ensured that when the next critical moment arose, that the next team was prepared to take that on. And we have earned every single thing that this program now has. And I'm just proud that we were there for one moment in time, whatever moment in time it was.
Starting with the club team in 1975, taking the program varsity in 76, and then the build to 1980 when they won the Ivy League championship for the first time. And continuing on through the success through the 90s, the 80s, the 90s, and so many wins over ranked teams. The 1999 win over number 3 Duke is one of our highest ranked wins ever in the history of the program. Then to go on in 2003 and win the Ivy League championship, and to be nationally ranked through so many of those years and just continuing to build. The program has evolved because of the women in this program, the student athletes, the coaches, who have continued to push this program forward in so many different ways. The student athletes today have the experience because of the women who came before them and who have pushed and driven this program forward.
50 years ago, we didn't have a locker room. We played with wooden sticks on a grass field next to Cox Cage. We played without substitutes. We didn't have offsides. We played without boundaries.
I remember playing against Trinity and having a goal called back because I shot it too hard. Really was a testament to how women's sports were viewed at the time. There were no boundaries. The only boundaries was the crease around each goal.
But we went from being used to literally 11v11, and we went to 7v7 really quickly. It was a huge change.
So we got to play in the Yale Bowl.
It was tight in there.
Crowded at times.
But everybody kind of played everything.
And so, which in itself, good day, 100, good day 75 fans, parents.
You're being really nice.
Really generous, right? So one row of one portal, maybe.
At best.
At best. And you look around.
It looks cavernous.
Right, in a 60,000 person stadium. So just nuts. But more than that was the fact without hard boundaries, right? It is just, it's double the size of an actual lacrosse field and what it is now. And so you'd be halfway up a portal and the refs would be tweet, ladies, let's move it back on the field, please. And very gentlemanly, right? You'd be halfway up there and it was just ladies,
The grass at the Yale Bowl was like sinking into a swamp. I mean, I would get done with the warm-up lap, and now I was a freshman. I'd be like, oh my gosh, now I gotta go play a game? It was just exhausting. It was quite an interesting facility to play a women's lacrosse game in.
It was a rainy Friday afternoon, and we ended up doing mudslides in the Yale Bowl. Full mudslides that went on for a pretty long time, meaning 20 or 30 minutes of just sheer fun, probably destroying the Yale Bowl. And we were laughing so hard, and it was just like a stress release that we needed. And we ended up beating Brown the next day, because I think it just kind of brought the fun back into lacrosse. Now, I will say we did get in a lot of trouble. Mandy was part of it. She thought it was funny with us, but the equipment managers did not think it was so funny when we came in covered in mud.
Then we got the amazing fortune of going to Johnson Field. So it was field hockey lacrosse. Johnson Field, beautiful AstroTurf that it was. We were so excited. Felt like it was special, and it was just for us in the springtime. But now it's a whole new level. I mean, it's incredible what these athletes have today.
You know, when I think about support, you can't help but think of the Sy family and what Joe and Clara have done for not only the lacrosse programs, but Yale and Yale athletics. And you could see it across our facilities. You could see it at the championship caliber our teams are playing at. So it's, you know, it's something that I and Yale Athletics and Yale were so grateful for.
Sy Lacrosse Fieldhouse has been transformative for our program. It was opened June 1st, 2021, and it has shaped the way our student athletes interact with each other, the way the source of pride that they have walking into that building every single day. It makes them feel important. It makes them feel valued as student athletes. And they know that investment from the Sy family, they have to go out and compete. They want to honor what was given to them, not only what was laid the foundation of the women who have come before them, but the investment that the Sy family made in lacrosse and athletics.
So 2003 was incredible. When I think back at all 4 years, it has to be the thing that we think about, in my class in particular, think about the most. We started off the year with a real specific vision and goal, and every single member of the team just bought in. We wanted to win that elusive Ivy championship. We had come really close the year prior, and so I think just having that taste, like we knew we could do it. Again, just with the 7 seniors in my class, we worked together. Obviously, as the captain, you can sort of feel a little isolated at times, but in my class, it just never was the case. We won the Ivy championship. We ended up beating Princeton that year, which was the first time it had definitely been done in my time there, and I don't even know how many years prior. They had the ball at the end. They took a shot. It hit off of the pipe, and we just all ran onto the field ecstatic. So having done that was amazing. We ended up tying for the Ivy championship. We ended up hosting. So Syracuse came to play us. They definitely thought it was going to be sort of a cakewalk. And it was an incredible game. It was one of the best memories we've ever experienced, for sure.
Duke was, number 3 in the country, and it was really wet and cold in South Bend, Indiana, like awful. And it was just a nail biter the whole time. And then it came down, there was like 3 seconds left on the clock, and they had an 8-meter shot, and we stopped it.
We were down several goals with 9 minutes left to play, and our team rallied back, scored with less than 10 seconds or so on the clock, took it to overtime and scored in overtime to win the Ivy championship.
Gets it back. Vaughn looking, 10 seconds. In front, score! The Yale Bulldogs have won the Ivy League tournament for the first time.
It's probably, arguably the best game that I've ever been a part of. And that's just a testament to our players, their resilience, their hard work, their determination, and their drive to compete. And truly, with all the teams at Yale, the love for each other.
So we're coming out of the pin like we're dogs, and we're fighting for what we want, while also staying humble and knowing that we don't have any pedestal to stand on. We're earning this and we're working for this right now.
It wasn't just a build-up from knocking on the door in 3 Ivy League tournament championship games, but the success of the teams who came before us.
I just remember looking up in the stands and seeing all of our alums, all of our fans, everyone that came back for the game, and being just amazed at how many people love this program. It made it so much better that we were experiencing that together, not just with the team, but with our families who have so much love and put so much into the program, and the alums who have built this for us. And so it just was so nice to experience that all as a group. It just made it so much sweeter.
And enjoy it. It goes by so fast.
Soak up every minute. It goes so fast.
Enjoy it. And I know that's what everybody says, and it's really hard to do in the moment, but take a breath, look around, and feel it.
My advice to them would be leave it all on the field. Courageously go after it. Don't wait, because if you wait, you're gonna blink and it's gonna be over. No time like the present.
Those extra sprints and those extra runs that you're doing, or the extra weight that you put on the weight room, you're not going to remember any of that in the end. You're just going to remember the people, you're going to remember the amazing thrill of victory, and you will remember some of the defeats. Those are just as important. But try to slow down. It's hard, balancing everything here. Just try to take a breath. And enjoy the people.
You will look back and you will still text your teammates on February 1st every year to say happy February 1st. And you kind of wish, you don't really wish you had a 3.5-hour practice, but you wish there was that event, that ceremony that happened every year. So enjoy it while you have it.
I really hope that the current players, when they're my age, that they continue to give back too, because it's really rewarding to be a part of it. Go Yale.
If I can give somebody else that opportunity to step out there on the field as many times as they can, or compete for that spot, or maybe they don't even, but they get to be that practice player. Whatever it is and however they want to contribute to the team, to give them the opportunity to do that. Again, it was something that was given to me, and I want to make sure is always there as long as I can do it for the generations to come.
I think it's important the words we use to talk about lacrosse, and we don't say, I do lacrosse, or I lift lacrosse, or I run lacrosse. Those are verbs other athletes in this building use. I run cross country, or I do crew. We say, I play lacrosse. And I think there's something really important about just retaining that playfulness and that sense of joy and silliness and kind of frivolity in it.
Enjoy the game, have fun, enjoy your teammates, your camaraderie, work hard, play hard.
Being a member of Yale Women's Lacrosse definitely impacted my life. Impacted it professionally, where I wanted to, obviously coach and stay in the sport. But it's really just the lessons, and it's, you hate to be that cliche, but when you do reflect, you think about perseverance, right? Challenges, the fight to get better, to improve, the challenge of, really coming together as 30+ individuals.
Really proud to be part of Yale Lacrosse, one small part of it from 28 years ago, and really psyched for the team now. I think it's really exciting time at how well the team is doing. You stand on the shoulders of those who come before you, and the future is bright. Let's keep going.
2024 was a culmination of 49 years of hard work by these student athletes, coaches, and the administration who supported our program. So it was such a special year in itself, winning the Ivy League championship, not only in season, but also the Ivy League tournament, going undefeated in season, and a perfect 9-0 record in Ivy League play, and then to go on to to the Elite Eight for the second time in program history is a real point of pride for our student athletes, and they're excited about keeping it going. And it's truly an honor to lead this program and to lead these student athletes into the next phase of this program.
I can't wait to see what happens every year with this program, because after 50 years, we have shown what great leadership looks like, and most especially the support from Yale, Yale athletics, their families, alumni, everyone. And this is what a culmination of 50 years brings. It's awesome.
I just love this team so much. I never want to leave.